So today's video is sponsored by Lunacy Audio, and we will be checking out taps and portals with themselves and the one and only Ben Jordan. If you're not sure who Ben Jordan is, by the way, he has a YouTube channel within his own right with, just 891,000 subscribers, by the way. He's had like multiple careers doing various different things as an artist himself and a prolific YouTuber. As you can see here on the screen, I watch a lot of them. I actually seen him at NAMM a few years ago. Seems like a really cool guy. But anyway, he's teamed up with Lunacy Audio and they have created taps and portals here. Bold new ways to echo. Taps and portals are two new Lunacy effects made with a renowned musician and producer Ben Jordan for creative delay and feedback design. Turn simple echoes into lush kaleidoscopic delays with taps, or build custom feedback networks in portals to bend space, time and logic inside of Beam. So taps comes as a standalone plugin as well as it working inside of the Beam plugin. This is a standalone I've got right here. As you can see in the middle here, comes with a bunch of presets. On the left hand side you have the taps section. So the time is kind of like the echo timing. You can have that freestanding or you can sync it with the BPM of your project. The taps here is basically how many echoes you have, so you can change that from 1 to 8, and then there's two different modes here. You got the divide mode and the multiply mode. Feedback is feedback, comes with a nice freeze effect here, so you can kind of make drones out of these sounds as well. Here's a preset I really like called the Wandering Stardust. I'll play before and after. So just like a nostalgic type of piano. This is with taps on it. Absolutely transforms. It makes it sound awesome. I love that jittery, shimmery type of effect. It literally transforms it from a very nice piano to something with a bit more character and atmosphere. On the right hand side here you have tape, which is basically like the vintage retro part of the plugin. So you got wow, drop, flutter, dust and the mix style. So before. Let's add some nostalgia to it. So as you can hear there, adds that kind of nostalgic vintage feel. Before. After. And obviously you can dial it back or add as much as you want onto whatever fits your project. So the middle section here, the taps panel has spacing and pitch in here for you to manipulate the sound further. This is basically the main part. You've got intensity, mod, pitch and pitch mode with pitch. And then you got spacing here, fade, ping pong, skew, cluster, swing and stereo. This is a really cool preset for drums. Before. After. I really like that. It sounds awesome. This one's called Echo Trill. Before. After. So as you can hear there, it takes a already good sound and it just transforms it into something completely different, something a bit more character. Works very cool with synths as well before. After. So before, which sounded fine, and then after. A synth ARP this time. With the ambient drift preset. I really like that one. It reminds me of like bubbles popping for some reason, but yeah, really like that one. So up next is portals. We've covered taps, now we're on to portals. Spend time and space. Portals brings creative feedback design right into Beam, our multi-effects engine. Add portals to instantly create a custom feedback system. Whatever effects are between the in and out nodes will feed back into itself. Portals requires Beam, so you will need the Beam plugin to use portals. So here is Beam inside of my DAW, add effect, and as you can see here, there is portals. So there are two nodes here, part of portals, the in and out, and essentially it just loops around, and then it's up to you to stuff the middle essentially with effects like so to get really interesting sounds. So inside of portal you get these dials here, you get gate, delay and feed. I think a really good way to showcase portals would be the new Parallax preset bank, which uses portals. So as you can see, here's portals and the middle filters, bass, grains, filter C and haze A. This preset is called dimensional rising. Before. After. Sounds very awesome, just adds that kind of atmospheric type of feel in between the chord progressions there, where before there was essentially nothing. This preset is called Galaxy Maps, same piano as before. Sounds awesome. You can hear that like grainy effect in between the chord progressions again, just to make it more interesting essentially. What I really love about Beam is like it's endless possibilities. Like you might throw in effects in an order where no one else would and create things where no one else would, and you can generate presets right here just off the bat as well. Generate preset. That's awesome. I'll click generate like three or four times. Good thing is that it's not credit, so you can just generate preset as many times as you want. This is before. After I generated a new preset. Sounds pretty awesome. Here's another preset using Portal, part of the Parallax preset release before. After. Sounds pretty awesome. It sounded fine before, but this gave it so much more rhythm and life. So here is another preset from the Parallax preset bank on drums before. After. So what's included in the taps and portals? You get the taps plugin, you get taps in Beam, you get portals in Beam, you get 50 taps presets, 50 Beam presets, and Benn's Magic Touch. So you can get the taps and portals for $29 on an intro price right now. If you do want to get the Benn bundle, that is $69 from $158. You get all these stuff included, as well as the Cube Mini and the Canopies expansion, which is pretty cool. So yeah, if you do want to check this out further, I will list it in the description below. Massive shout out to Lunacy Audio for sponsoring today's video. A very awesome and unique addition to Beam. Big shout out to Lunacy Audio and Ben Jordan. I've been Dixon. Be safe, be productive, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.